because there are 5 levels of the soul. According to Derech Hashem of Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, the nefesh is our intellect and our imagination. It is not only our animals. It is our intellect, our thinking, our rational thinking, our will, and our imagination. The next level of the neshama is the ruach. The ruach is where we live. We live here. In the ruach, that's our free will. Our emotional self, our emotions, our feelings live here in the heart. That's the ruach, the spirit. And that is the seat, says Rav Chaim Vital in Sha'arei Kedusha, that the ruach is our free will. The next level is our neshama. The neshama is the part of us which resembles Hashem. It's the neshima. We breathe. Neshima, we breathe in our neshama. Our consciousness, our God consciousness of how we resemble Hashem. And those are the 13 midos of Hashem. Those are the 13 attributes of Hashem. Hashem. Kel rafun v'chan v'nerech apayim v'rab chesed v'yemes. No tzor chesed la lapid no seyavon v'pesha v'chato v'nahake. We say those 13 attributes and we concentrate on them to resemble those attributes from Hashem. And 2 or 3 of those attributes Hashem breathed into us. The 4th level is the chaya. The chaya is the life force. And in chapter 15 of Nefesh HaChaim, Chaim Beloshner says that Hashem is ki'ilu, the glass blower. Imagine a glass blower blowing breath from himself into a long tube. And at the end of the tube, there's a figurine, a swan perhaps. So the 3 parts of the neshama are the breath itself in the mouth of the blower, the glass blower. The tube is going through the worlds, the 4 worlds that we live in. The Olam Hasiya, the physical world, the Olam Hayetzira, Olam Habriya, Olam Hatzilus, the 4 worlds, those the type, the pipe, the windpipe, and then the actual nefesh is the swan itself. And Hashem is the glass blower. When we breathe in, we are breathing in the breath of Hashem. And He animates us. He vivifies us. Nefesh Chaya breathes into us Himself from the glass blower's breath Himself. And that breath goes into us and is vivified, giving us life. That's the Chaya, the life force. And the last level is mentioned here in Bilvavi Mishkan Evne, which is Nafshi HaYechida, which means my unique nefesh, means the purpose for which I was sent down into this world to make my unique contribution to the world, to Megalek Kvod Shamayim. Each of us has a reason to be here, and we're chosen to be here. One positive reason and one rectification, one positive contribution to make a unique contribution to the world through your unique Midah Tova, whether it's Hashem, consistency, Kale, leadership, Chanun, empathy, Rafun, compassion, Erech Apayim, patience, Rav Chesed, giving, MS, honesty, integrity, No Tzar Chesed, creativity, No Se'avon V'Pesha V'Chata, forgiving, Menakeh, resilience. One of those 10 attributes, and I've mentioned 10, not 13, because the Chata'a Menakeh refers to 3 of them. I consider them all 3 as one. So therefore, there are 10 attributes I just mentioned, but there are really 13 attributes. You decide which is your nafshi hayechida, your unique contribution to the world, based on understanding what is the midah tova, the unique attribute that Hashem breathed into to give out to the world. That's your nafshi hayechida, that's your time. And therefore, we sing the song, Bilvavi Mishkan Evne, the Mishkan that we're trying to build is the Mishkan within ourselves. In other words, we're trying to rebuild our own midos. And the way in which we rebuild our midos is to rebuild our own self-confidence, our own self-esteem, our own value that we are a worthy recipient of Hashem's love. We are a worthy recipient of Hashem's breath, a worthy recipient of Hashem's energizing us, that gives us sense of self-esteem, self-value, self-worth. And when we build that nafshi yechida, the highest level of the neshama, in Bilvavi Mishkan Evne, we are rebuilding the Beis Hamikdash within ourselves. The way to rebuild the Beis HaMikdash after the 3 weeks and after Tisha B'Av, during the Shiva and Nechemta, the 7 weeks until we come to Rosh Hashanah, we stand before Hashem, is to rebuild our own midah, to rebuild our own self-confidence that we can serve Hashem b'simcha, even though Hashem b'simcha, and make our unique contribution to the world.